is your First Alert 5 weather with Alan Rose.
And welcome back, everyone, to News 5 at 4 o'clock on this Sunday. Well, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Take a look at the snow globe behind me, seeing that steady snow picking up here in the Springs over the past hour or two. Right now, temperature very cold at 24 degrees. And given that we've never warmed above the freezing mark, once the snow picked up in intensity, it's beginning to stick pretty well, especially to grassy surfaces. Even the roads beginning to see some of that snow stick here in the Springs. Now, we saw some snow earlier today in Pueblo. A little bit of a break right now, but there is more snow moving in from the south, and you're expecting snowy conditions late tonight and into much of our day on Monday. Right now, Trinidad, poor visibility here with snow flying in the skies, 24 and east wind blowing at about 7 miles per hour. And it's not really going to be a wind-driven snow. That's the good news. But we will see poor visibility. So keep that in mind if you're out there driving tonight or in the overnight hours. Once darkness settles in, you could encounter spots where visibility is down, maybe near a third of a mile for Walsenburg. Look at La Vida Pass, zero visibility right now with heavy snow in that area. Visibility under a mile in the Springs. And with the break in the action for Pueblo and La Junta, we're seeing good visibility for now. Now, the system, I would say, overachieving what the forecast had shown for areas south. Look at this. Walsenburg already reporting 13 inches of snow. If you're watching us tonight from Walsenburg, send us some pictures and video. Post it on our KOAA News 5 Facebook page. Leadville, 7 inches here in Park County. Del Norte, about 6.3. Alamosa seeing 4 inches already, and Rosita picking up just under 2. And as we mentioned, the system expected to intensify beginning around 5 o'clock. So I think between 5 and 8, you're going to see these heavier snow bands push in from the south, from the wet mountains and the Sangres. Canyon City seeing some persistent snowfall now and starting to see that here in the Springs. You can see for Walsenburg, heavy snow just to your west. There's that really heavy snow band towards La Vida and Cuchara, and also getting some heavier bands of snow down towards Pryor and Aguilar and down south towards the Raton Mesa as we make our way into the New Mexico area. Winter storm outlook for tonight, as I mentioned, snow picking up between 5 and 8 p.m. It's really going to be an interesting gradient of snowfall totals. I think east of 25, not going to see more than a few inches in most spots, but west of 25, even in the spring, some of these areas towards the Broadmoor could see as much as a half a foot, perhaps up to 8 inches. It will let up in most areas Monday, but this does bring in a tricky Monday morning commute with icy and snowpacked streets. So you can see at 7 a.m. temperatures all the way down to the teens, areas of snow lingering in the Springs and Pueblo. I think for the most part we're drying out with just a few snow flurries through the afternoon and maybe a few peaks of sunshine working their way into the forecast as we head towards the mid to late afternoon hours. Let's take it hour by hour here. You can see it's going to be cold and snowy tonight. And we mentioned Denver, not going to see a whole lot of snow with this system. They're only a dusting to maybe an inch or two at best, and those higher amounts in the southern suburbs. You can see by 11 a.m. Monday, some lingering snow showers as we get a little secondary impulse that moves in during the day. So we can't rule out a few spotty flakes of snow or some flurries, but most of it again does end for us by tomorrow morning. So here's a look at the additional snowfall forecast. Again, lighter amounts for Denver and Castle Rock. Look at the range in the Springs, 3 to 8. If you're east of 25 on the lower end, if you're in the western slopes on the higher end. Woodland Park, Pueblo, 4 to 8. Canyon City could be talking about an additional 6 to 10 inches of snowfall before the storm lets up. So lows tonight are going to be cold, 9 for Monument. 6 in Woodland Park, 14 and snowy in the Springs, and 15 in Pueblo. Highs tomorrow mostly below the freezing mark, maybe a little above it here out towards the eastern plains. Over the next 7 days in the Springs, we do have a warming trend, a modest one to talk about Tuesday and Wednesday, and then a weak system moves through Thursday with some wind. More than likely not going to see snow with this one, and a better, more pronounced warm up as we head towards the weekend. Check out Sunday. 58 degrees, and by Sunday night, if you're Jewish and you're celebrating or observing, that would be the night that you light the first candle on the menorah. Pueblo 7-day forecast, 32 degrees with some flurries at times on Monday. Cold out there Tuesday morning, 3 degrees for the low. Single digits continue Wednesday morning as well, with temperatures really not warming up significantly until the upcoming weekend. For Canyon City, 30 as we head back to work and school on Monday, up near 40 on Tuesday. Better warming though as we head towards the next weekend, and with the warm up comes a better chance of melting. And for Woodland Park, temperatures only in the teens on Monday, Andy. We're back down to 0 heading into Tuesday morning, and still below freezing in Teller County as we head towards Tuesday. So tonight we heard from Colette, roads are already getting snow packed and slushy, and with temperatures below freezing tonight and in most places tomorrow, it's going to be pretty snowy out there on the roads, especially secondary surfaces that aren't treated.